The Book of Ether and the Book of Mormon has a story in it that's similar to the Exodus story. It's similar to the story of the saints leaving Nauvoo in Missouri and Ohio to live in the American West. It's similar to the story of Lehi's family leaving Jerusalem. It's the story where a group of people that later become known as the Jaredites come and they are going to a promised land. And in order to get to the promised land in this story, they need to cross the sea. And to cross the sea, they build these vessels, but there's no light in the vessels. And there's no air in the vessels. And so God illuminates some stones to provide light while they cross the sea. And also he provides a way for them to get air. And all of these stories, and especially the Book of Ether one, with the Jaredites, can be viewed as symbolic for our lives, where the promised land is a symbol of heaven, of our ultimate destination. And the things that happen along the journey to the promised land is symbolic of life. With the Book of Ether, the illuminated stones serve as a type of conscience. They can be a symbol for the light of Christ that guides us to do what's right. And there's a verse in Ether that I want to share. It's Ether chapter 4, verse 12. And it talks a little bit about this light of Christ and God. It says, "And whatsoever thing persuadeth men to do good is of me. For good cometh of none, save it be of me. I am the same that leadeth men to all good. He that will not believe my words will not believe me that I am. And he that will not believe me will not believe the Father who sent me. For behold, I am the Father. I am the light, and the life, and the truth of the world." And the speaker there is Jesus Christ, being the light and the life and the truth of the world. And as they go along the story, you can see in verses 9 through 12, "And they did sing praises unto the Lord. Yea, the brother of Jared did sing praises unto the Lord, and did thank and praise the Lord all day long. And when the night came, they did not cease to praise the Lord. And thus they were driven forth. And no monster of the sea could break them, neither whale could mar them. And they did have light continually, whether it was above the water or under the water. And thus they were driven forth 344 days upon the water, and they did land upon the shore of the promised land. And when they had set their feet upon the shores of the promised land, they bowed themselves down upon the face of the land, and did humble themselves before the Lord, and did shed tears of joy before the Lord, because of the multitude of his tender mercies over them." I just want to testify that when we follow the Lord, there isn't any monster that can drown us. There's no whale that can mar us. There's no problem that we cannot face, and we will have God's light with us continually if we follow him, and we will make it eventually to the promised land.